And I was working for approximately 2 years in a very hostile environment, and nobody stepped in to do anything in this district, not even on the administrative side. I'd like to remind you of the Evergreen report that our superintendent requested, showing that there is no accountability. That 150 plus page report shows that there's no accountability in this district, and what has happened to me exactly exhibits that situation. The situation is such that I'm a whistleblower. Me and 2 other PE teachers, 2 other colleagues, reported a female assistant principal that went into the boys' locker room. We suspend kids all the time, boys, for going in the girls' locker room. Myself and Mr. Vladovich, I'm sure, have never been in a girls' locker room. I'm sure he's visited many schools and he knows better than to go into a girls' locker room. I've been teaching 31 years and I've never been in one, and I'm sure Mr. Brewer has never been in a girls' locker room. But a female assistant principal that should know better, when a football team is dressing in there, goes into a locker room and nothing happens whatsoever to that lady. And as a matter of fact, she's moved up to this building to make more money, to have a better job, to be further away from the students as a result of what she's done. The bottom line is that this was occurring for about 2 years, harassment, retaliation of various kinds on the part of your administrators. These were reported to Mr. Morris over in the District 2 office that's over there on Lancashire with all the big production companies where you guys are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in rent per year. Mr. Morris did not do anything. It's called omission to perform duty. I was trying to get them to follow whistleblower policy here in the district, and nobody would stand up. You people talk about how you want to make this district better. I don't see it. It's just a bunch of poppycock. You need to get up to the plate and do something. There is a lawsuit now, and this gentleman here is named in the lawsuit, because Mr. Morris should have been informing him what is going on. Mr. Morris did do nothing with regard to this situation, and after 2 years of working in a hostile environment, I finally reported this to the OIG per district policy. They did a 5-month investigation. Okay, senior investigator that's been there 9 years, moved up through the ranks, Mr. Moriel, did a 5-month investigation and found on my behalf. Now I have a lawsuit against the district. The district is trying to hide. They have not responded to anything. They're objecting to everything. I have asked under California Public Records Act, and this is one of the causes of action, for the operations manual of the Office of Inspector General, the one that's supposed to be overseeing what's going on here. And let me show you, and I'll show the public here, what kind of document you are presenting to someone. You don't want anyone to know how the Office of Inspector General functions. You black out the table of contents. You redact the table of contents. You redact pages upon pages in this document because they are not operating per this document. You have hired an individual that does not meet the standards of inspectors generals U.S.-wide. The Association of Inspector Generals requires that an inspector general is certified by them. Mr. Thornton is not certified. It's an embarrassment. You people hired a person that can't even go get certified by the Association of Inspector Generals. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. And now I've had to retire 2.5 years earlier because I've worked in a hostile environment, because nobody has done anything. I've sent emails out. Not one of you has responded to me. And don't tell me that you are really concerned about what goes on in this district. As you can tell, as I stand here right now, I'm very upset. 31 good years. And I'm embarrassed because I know after 31 good years working for this district that you people and the people that work in this building do not give a damn. You guys talk a lot, but you don't do anything. And the 150-page Evergreen report substantiates that. This person requested it, and he got the results. Did he do anything about it? Has he made this place a ship? No. This ship is sinking, ladies and gentlemen. Just as these people sit here, and they come up here day after day to talk to you people, to tell you what's wrong with this district. Just as people as myself and the 2 colleagues that reported the assistant principal, the female that went in a boys' locker room. Is she Mother Teresa? I've been teaching 31 years and never got in a girls' locker room, and you all very well know where I would be if I did that. You'd see my picture on the 6 o'clock news. And you'd all be going after my credential. And you'd all be telling me that I'm a pedophile. Which brings me to another issue. Mr. Pitzker, the supervisor at the OIG, saw the report of Mr. Moriel, and he did a cover-up. He told him to change his report because Mr. Moriel, after 5 months, testified under penalty of perjury in a deposition that he found on my behalf, that the district had, in fact, retaliated against me. And his report is sealed because you hire those fancy attorneys on the 16th floor at Universal City Plaza. You've hired 2 other firms. You got 3 attorneys working on this case. You're spending these people's monies. You don't care about money. You hire these people. You know you're wrong. An honest person answers interrogatories. Form interrogatories, interrogatories that are made up by the state superior court, and people object to those? What are you hiding, ladies and gentlemen? Put your masks on. You should be embarrassed when you step out of here. This district is falling apart. You talk a lot, you do nothing. You give people these kind of redacted documents. You make them wait. This is another cause of action. You waited beyond what the California Public Records Act allows. And you have submitted to me this document with the table of contents blacked out, so I don't even know what you blacked out further in the document? What an embarrassment, because you people know that the Office of Inspector General is not functioning as it should. And they object to everything. They need to be investigated. Since Mr. Mullinak's left, no one has done an outside investigation of the OIG. Per the Association of Inspectors General, that's supposed to be done on a regular basis. This guy, Mr. Thornton, this ex-FBI agent in charge of the LA office, he's not doing a good job for you. You need to get together, you need to have a meeting, because you guys are going to spend at least $500,000 on this case. With the attorneys you have hired, with all the paperwork, I already have 3 feet deep of papers these people are generating. These people are complaining, these people are not answering anything, they're just a paper mill, and you're paying them. These people here are paying them. What an embarrassment. We should all be embarrassed. I am embarrassed for having worked 31 years for an organization such as this. Shameless. No accountability. And hopefully, this gentleman's got his eyes closed. This is how concerned he is. He's falling asleep here. He's running the ship with eyes closed, and this is exactly what's happening. We just caught him sleeping. And he's been sleeping all along. That's why he's named as a party, because the top dog per labor code is the responsible person for what goes on beneath him. And Mr. Morris, per the chain of command, should have been reporting these incidences to this gentleman. And if Mr. Morris was not capable of handling it, this gentleman, the captain of our ship, should have stepped in. The guy that's making the big bucks. I only made $80,000 upon retirement, and I'm only making 50% because I had to leave early. You people, this district, these people, forced me out early. Shameful. Shameful. Should all be embarrassed. This is not the way to run a district.
Thank you. Bill Ring. Following Mr. Ring, Manuel Aldana.